around the neck.
There's been so many moves made, Noel. More moves than the bloody Chinese checker player at the moment, but let's hope they play off for Scarborough and for Busky as Russell Colcott comes well downfield to take a good chest mark. I see Johnny Antridge at full forward now. Russell goes with a beautiful long torpedo punch. Once the Graham Penny's underneath it, the ball's knocked away. Good handball by Bayswater. Graham Penny still following up, does well. Russell Lathlain's chipped in there with some shepherding. Penny's around his left foot, back with a handball straight to McGinity of Bayswater, who comes straight across the centre of the ground. A beautiful little pass to his brother. Takes it on the chest, goes wide and looks down towards goals. No, chips in for a little kick, and Tony Dwyer's in front. Takes the ball, looks across to the centre and gives it over to Mick Sinkers. Didn't even leave the ground, I don't think. Bruce Burns came straight through. Beautiful play, Burns there. And dropping the ball. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. He just tapped it away. I think the umpire thought he must have had control of it. Unfortunate, Bruce. Back on your man. He goes to Bayswater to kick it down into their half-forward line. Tony Dwyer was tagging his fella, but the bloke's beaten him to the ball and taken a good mark. Within kicking distance, wouldn't you say, Noel?
I'd say so. John on the left half forward flank for Bayswater. It was a bit hard on Bruce then. I think that Bruce had half possession of the ball, and the umpires been negative in the approach of Bruce's possession and given a free kick against. There's been a big mark taken down there by Bayswater. Came from behind. Scarborough blokes were both in front. One was
Captain
Neil Buscombe.
Neil Buscombe, he got moved out of position. He didn't have much of a chance
there.
No, it
wasn't his fault.
Big Eaton came through and was able to take the big mark. Actually, they kicked the goal. It just squeezed through from that distance, but that doesn't matter on the Duggan Barry scoreboard. It now reads 13-12 to Scarborough 5-5. Not a very good looking scoreboard for us.
If Scarborough are going to have any part to play in this grand final, they've got to do it in this quarter, John and Noel. There's no doubt about it. If they don't perform this quarter and at least get back within scoring range, they've got no possible hope of trying to endeavour to come home in the last quarter to pick up this 5 or 7 goal, 8 goal deficit that it is now.
Last year, what was it, the deficit at half time?
I think we're down about 3.5 goals, Noel, on memory.
That was a tremendous game last year, and let's hope this might develop into the same. As the ball's bounced down, Brian Marchant had a couple of bites at it. The ball's kicked down, and McGinnity's overrun it. Mick Sinkers has picked up well, turned around, turned back into play, but he's kicked it out to Russell Arnold, who was jockeyed out of position. Turned around down the centre half forward line. And Rod Rayner's there, he's into trouble. Mark Kerry, it's bounced off him. Mark still got control. Buffett out of the way, it's the ever reliable Bruce Doyle, as we call him. He's grabbed hold of the ball, handballed it out. Oh, didn't go to Paddo as he wished to.
And
Bayswater chipped in.
Gee, there's
nice little mark. And
it's got to be too easy, but I think he's missed. No, he hasn't.
Well, makes it very hard for the commentary here to find something good for us to say.
It's the 14th goal for Bayswater on the Duggan Barry scoreboard. Bayswater move on to 14 goals, 12 to Scarborough 5-5. It's been a black and dreary day here for Scarborough, with their Colts being annihilated in the grand final, but we must compliment them on getting into the grand final for the first time in the Colts division for Scarborough. Let's hope that Scarborough can fight back from here.
I see Rod Brooker out there conversing with Coach Buscombe. Maybe they're coming up with some ideas. Maybe Brooks might be able to get rid of his cousin out there who's getting a million kicks on us. As we say,
played very well earlier.
Yeah, he's quieting down a bit. Ricky lost control of the ball there. Dean handballs it out to Fozzie, and Johnny Anno's going to line up the sticks there on the left foot. And oh my goodness gracious, when you're going bad, that's one of the things. I don't think Anno will come in contention for the LJ goal of the day on that one.
Geez, he moved in position well. He straightened up. He had everything going for him, and yet couldn't capitalise by putting it through those big tall sticks. 1 point the result, or was it out in the full?
Must have.
Oh, well,
from here it was a point,
from our
sure.
point of view, but I don't think the game's going to end up with a point decision, but maybe I'm wrong, hopefully. Brian Marchant gathers the crumbs. A beautiful hand pass to Dave Lester, who goes for another top pass to Johnny Anno. Couldn't get it, recovered well. Turns around his left foot, has another screw. That looks well. Graham Penny's clapping. Is that a goal? Yes, straight to the high diddle dill. He redeemed himself, John Andridge. That Philip might even come in for the contention of the goal of the day, would it not?
It was a much better kick, and this time I think he realised the error of his ways, settled down, had a good look, and put that one through for a major to Scarborough.
It appears we've got another serious injury, unfortunately, out at just between half-forward flank and centre half-forward. It's
Full forward.
Evergreen Russell Colcott seems to have a little bit of knee trouble. But
Reminiscent of last year's grand final, if we recall.
Yes.
He come off early in the piece too.
Yeah, well, Rodney Brook has got his hand up to his head there, worried about something, so maybe Colcott's not quite badly injured as we thought.
Back with the umpire, he bounces the ball. Brian Marchant's there, Big Eaton's there for Bayswater. He knocks it out forward for the Bayswater side. It bounces the wrong way for their player. Dave Lister's there. He's played well for Scarborough and tried very hard. He knocks it on to Sinkers. Sinkers has scored. Handballs out to Lister. Lister onto Arnold. No, changes his mind. Kicks it up to the wing position where Foster's got a couple of yards by himself. Unfortunately, the ball doesn't bounce well for him and goes out of bounds and will be thrown out right in front of the members' grandstand here at Lathlain Park. Brian Marchant and Eaton once again contest the Scarborough ball. Choose a handball to no one in particular. Bayswater clear to the waiting man, Cameron. Bruce Burns comes in very late in the piece. Spoils still attempting. Cameron regains possession onto his left foot, no doubt. No, he's caught. He handballs away. Burns is still in there with a chance. Mitchell's there.
No talking, Tom.
No talking. It goes out to 3 or 4 Bayswater men. McGinnity picks it up from centre half forward. Straightens up with no pressure. Blasts away, but thank goodness he's offline and only a minor score to the Red and Blues.
Must be very disappointing for you, Philip, being president of Scarborough, to be here on today. Let's hope the F grade side, K grade side, perform a lot better than what our two sides have done today.
Do you think we should all pack up, Noel, and go over and see the last quarter of their game? Take all the equipment with us.
The 13-minute mark, Gary Woodlands kicks out a beautiful long drop kick to Coach Buscombe. Takes a fighting mark. He plays on with it. Come in, tackle. Dave Lister's there. Now, Dave Lister's played very well. Beautiful chip little part over to Fozzie. Fozzie takes the specky. Handballs it back over to... Oops, shit, not all that special. Sorry about the swearing. Okay, Dave Lister's copped it over the shoulder there, so the kick will go down further. Graham Penny's looking over his... Oh, no, it's given over to Rod Rayner, who's taken a nice little mark. I think he'll drive this long, looking down towards Graham Penny or Russell Arnold. Russell Colcott. He's not moving at all at the moment. Neil Busker's moved underneath the pack. The Bayswater guys read the ball off the pack coming up the half-back line for Bayswater. Chipped in with a left foot kick. Dave Lister chips in with the crumbs and kicks it long and high. Now Russell Colcott. No, he hasn't left the deck.
Good mark, Busky.
Stood his ground and took it. The confident, reliable, ageing... coach of Scarborough, he did tremendously well, showed a lot of courage to stand there and take that, Philip.
Yes, he did very well. I'd like to see him put this one right through the middle for a major score, which he's done. There's no doubt about that. My God, there is a doubt.
We won't talk about the win, but we'll talk about that kick, Philip. It did go slice off the old boot, but still not to worry. He stood his ground and proved himself. At the 14-minute mark, the Duggan Barry scoreboard reads 14-13 Bayswater, 6-6 Scarborough, and I hope the Super Ks are doing extremely well at Robinson Reserve at the present time, because we need a win in the club for the night celebrations.
It doesn't look good, John. Even though we've had a fair bit of the play this particular quarter, they're not playing well enough to pick up that 6 or 8 goals. I don't think they really can. They've got to really get a passage of play, 10 or 15-minute burst, kick the goals. Well, here's a chance. No, it's not. It's thwarted again.
Well, that's a perfect example, Philip. It's just not Scarborough's day today. Just the unluck of that. Johnny Antridge was doing his level best of position there, and now he puts his head down, and that's the way it's going for Scarborough. As we say, that Kamid, a little player, apparently Tommy Morris said he's Brooker's cousin, he has been killing us all day.
Played a very good first quarter.
He's been in the play most of the time, Noel, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, he has played very well on that centre wing for Bayswater.
Both their wingers have played fairly well, actually. Well, mind you, they've won fairly well across the centre line, I guess, Basie today.
Gary Woodland's back on the ground, I've noticed, and he's booting out for Scarborough. Tremendous kick.
Dave Lister.
Dave Lister, one of our better players, once again.
Very reliable player. David had an excellent season with Scarborough this year.
And delivery of the ball will be something to see here. Don't put the mocker on him, Philip.
Hit a man right in the chest. You're well done, Rats.
Thanks. Russell Arnold started off not limping, but then finished up limping. So I think he
Russell Colcott, was
Russell Colcott, sorry, Russell Arnold. I shouldn't say that about you. Yeah, Russell Colcott. He's walking across now and going to declare himself injured. He's just said to Busky that he's injured. So he's declared himself, it appears.
Look at the loose man here now. As Bayswater get the ball, they dribble it back into attack. Kerry's our only hope. He's one man. It goes to the ground. Bayswater there. They hit each other over this time. One of the few mistakes they've made. Sinkers has got hold of the ball and will get a free kick, I believe, for too high. He plays on very quickly out here to the loose Dave Lister. playing a great game on the ball now as he in the loose man type role. He's on to Russell Arnold. Russell Arnold elects to go for a bounce. No, he's a short kick pass on to Buscombe. Buscombe will handball for sure. On to Foster. Foster's got yards and yards. He's another short pass over to Colcott. Colcott, no, he's waited for the ball. Been intercepted by number 27 for the Bayswater, and the ball has gone over the line and out of bounds at the right half forward position for the
Seems to be running a little bit better now, Russell Colcott.
I think he warmed himself up, Noel, with that bit of water there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening there. Anyway, Androvich goes for the ball. Foster once again a negative handball to nowhere. The ball's heading towards the boundary line. It's kept in a short 7 or 8 yard pass to Taylor. Taylor recovers fairly well. He looks around. He goes back onto his right foot, drives it back into the forward line. But who's there? Oh, Ando was there very late. And very unfortunate there. I'm not sure where that free kick come from. But the Bayswater player is down, and obviously he had an infringement there as he approached the ball.
I think John Andrich took his eyes off. The umpire would have paid that for John, but John took his eyes off the ball and looked at the Bayswater bloke coming in, and that's why the umpire has given the free kick against.
Well, I'll be kinder to Ando. I reckon the sun got in his eye. Try something.
Oh, did it? Good.
So with that little bit of passage of play goes on that we're... someone stuck their head in the way there a moment ago and we couldn't see. Russell Arnold has now got the ball. He wants to kick it long, and it is a nice kick, Russell. Down to Russell Colcott. No, Johnny Andrich.
Johnny Andrich.
Now he is a
come
good
off,
kick.
I believe.
I'd like to have two bob on this, Ando. It's on his left foot, and I think that he'll kick this from a standing start. His running shots haven't been too good today, but I'll have two bob on this kick from Ando.
Right.
And I've got the money, I think.
Yes, you have, Noel. I'll give you the 20 cents.
You are going well with the money, Noel. That was a good kick by Ando.
On the,
well done.
On the Doug and Barry's scoreboard, you'll find that Bayswater are 14-14, Scarborough 7-6. I hope it's not over yet. Things don't look too well, but a little bit more desperation from the Scarborough side, and we'll find them that the last quarter mightn't be all over as most people think here today.
That was Androvich's second goal then, the only Scarborough player that scored more than one goal. But they've still got to get those quick couple of goals from somewhere. Where can they get them from? Maybe it might start from this particular centre bounce. Who knows? Up goes the umpire. Brian Martin's in there again. He gets the knockdown to Patterson. Patterson tries to handball. Gets caught. Might get a free kick. No, it's play on. The Bayswater centre men player. Oh, well played that. Knocked onto his mate. He lines up from 40 yards out, number 4.
Boy!
Harrison kicks an excellent goal. Good play there by Bayswater, I must say.
Superb play by Bayswater. They've retaliated within 30 seconds of Scarborough managing to kick their first or second goal after half-time, and it's taken Bayswater, I would say, approximately 30 seconds to score that, and they've got it quite easily. 15-14 to 7-6 on the Doug and Barry's scoreboard.
With, I'll see, Noel, nearly 20 minutes gone in this quarter. There can only be about another 10 or 12 minutes left, probably, in this quarter. If they can pick up that 7 or 8 goal difference, they may have some sort of a silly hope in the last quarter, but being as optimistic as we like, it doesn't look that way at the moment.
There's
Dave
one
Lister.
of Scarborough Better's players,
Yes.
Dave Lister, coming out of the centre there, down to the half-forward line. Johnny Andrich
he's
fighting.
playing
He's got to turn his left foot. He's gone back into trouble. He's screwed it around. He's looking for Paddo. Paddo, you've got to look down, bend down. Graham Penny comes through. He's tenacious. The run of the ball. Is Scarborough unfortunate today or not? Mark Kerry comes over the top. The umpire's going to pay that.
Well,
I think it was a bad bounce for Mark Kerry. No.
Oh, John, I'm a little bit hard. If Mark had to put his hands up in the air, maybe he looked if he had been going for the ball a little bit more.
With that Bayswater kick up. Oh, Gary Woodland, you've nudged him a country mile. Yes, it stood out a bit. And Easton, he doesn't miss too many at the present time. Philip, while we're on that, could you have you seen anyone contending for the mark of the day, the Rod Brooker National Mutual Mark of the Day?
For Scarborough or Bayswater, John?
Oh, well, who are we going to give it to?
That's another goal to Les Eaton. I think that's his third or fourth. He's played very well. If I can recall, I think Les is probably the president of Bayswater, and he's played very well today. He's a distant relation to the Heel family of Subiaco and West Perth fame. Les married into the family somewhere along the line there. And he's
been a thorn in the Scarborough side today. He's not a brilliant player, not an exceptionally talented player, but certainly a big trier, and he's doing everything for his club today, that's for sure. Buscombe's going to get a kick out of this, I think.
Yeah, I think the chap didn't make too much of a go at the ball, Philip, but did well.
Buskey's not too well either.
All I have to do is handball.
He's right, he's tough, he'll get it.
Yep, Halliday's there. He goes straight onto the left foot, drop kick. Into the forward line in the Graham Penny area. Penny's up, he marks well. Very reliable in the air is Graham Penny. He won't get caught this time and try and play on with someone on his back. He's going to go back and I would suggest try and kick it long and deep into the Scarborough
Hope it's
forward
not
line.
a drop kick.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lead from Brian
It is.
Marchant, but it's over
Good
his
kick
head.
too.
Lovely kick. Up they go in the forward line. Oh, they spoil each other. Marchant gets boot to ball. Only goes 3 or 4 yards. Knocked out by the Bayswater side. Arnold's after it. Taylor's there, but the ball will beat them all over the line.
No talking again, Philip, in the forward line. It's bad luck. Two
Yes.
Scarborough players. I think it was Rusty Arnold and Russell Colcott. I could be.
Colcott's off, but it was just bad luck. A timely mark there could have easily been a goal. But in the meantime, Riki gets it. Busquets playing.
Coach to coach, that kick there, Philip.
Playing that kick behind the player. Look, as he's in disgust, says he's got no one to kick it to. Where's his players? No one's running, no one's moving. What can they do? Anyway, it's a short chip pass into Dave Lister on about the right half forward line for the Scarborough side. He sees another short pass down onto Rod Rayner. And Rod Rayner from there could possibly kick this goal, even though it's a very acute angle. Rod's got a very neat punt when kicking for goal. Already has 1 goal today and certainly has a big chance of making up his second goal for the day.
Sorry, Philip. The pass came from Dave Lister, and in my opinion, no one on the ground's had more kicks than David. He's been probably Scarborough's better player. Or best player.
He played well, I believe, in the first half of full-back and then since coming onto the ball and changing on the half-forward line.
I reckon a few of the Bayswater guys have had more kicks than him, but as far as Scarborough's concerned, he has stood out for sure and certain.
The kick in by Bayswater comes out onto the left half forward flank for Scarborough. Neil Buscombe, the coach, has got the ball and kicks the ball looking for somebody. I think it's going to beat Pato, and the ball goes out of bounds on the left half forward, or maybe between left half forward and left full forward pocket for the Scarborough side. Let's hope they can convert here and lift their hopes towards the last quarter. Chucked in. Gee, we haven't had a good run of the centre bounce downs and throw-ins. Our rucks have been hopelessly beaten, but they're trying again. Bayswater clear out. It's a soccer kick towards another Bayswater player in the centre. He's tackled hard now. There's another run, and can see down the lane this McGinnity. He's been tackled by Bruce Burns. Bruce Burns, it's Tony Dwyer it has.
Tony Dwyer with a long hand pass over to Mark Carey. A good fighting display. Left foot under pressure, but unfortunately it went to McGinnity of Bayswater. McGinnity of Bayswater comes across the half forward line, and Harrison for Bayswater. He decided, my big sinkers couldn't get there. That loose man and front runners, they're delivering the ball. They're high on confidence, and it's very, very hard for Scarborough at the particular time, but they are fighting it out, as I repeat.
Doug and Barry's score, 18-14 to 8-7. Things are very bleak here at Lathlain Park.
Can't be much time left, I don't think, in this quarter either. So they've got probably 25 minutes of football and a bit of time on to try and peg back that difference. And what a big difference it is.
How do you think they'll fare, Philip?
I don't like their chances, John. They're just they're not just lifting enough.
That's a hard question. As Busky contests there, the big fella Easton knocks it out to the wingman. Once again, a loose man. Dennis Bully's caught in the middle of nowhere, but he had to go forward, and he's chose to do as such. The ball's come down to their forward line, and it's been knocked through by big Tony Dwyer, the newly married man. He got married last Sunday. Congratulations to Tony. He's done very well on the field, so he must be doing all right at home.
Gee, they've got it easy into their forward line, haven't they?
So much, yeah. As I say, Noel, they're running with confidence. They're running with confidence, and Scarborough's a little bit deterred. But there's Phil Halliday fighting his guts out there. Kicks it over up the centre there, and Graham Penny's...
There's Eaton again, see? Look,
Eaton's across.
Couldn't run out of sight in a month of Sundays, but he's had time to get round players from Scarborough there.
And there comes Tony Dwyer pushing his way through. A good pass over to Philip Halliday. Graham Penny beats the 3-1 then. Noel, he's beaten him, and he's got a little grubber kick. He doesn't want to kick it too high across to Rocket. Rocket's overrun it. Dean Taylor's in there. He's got the hand pass. He's gone across to Tony Thomas. Tony Thomas on that left foot's gone down looking for Russell Arnold, and my goodness gracious, that's all we can say. You can hear it, people.
You can't hear the spectators are disappointed. The rather large crowd here today at Lathlain Park. You can hear the groans and the yahs coming up when the
I can see some people leaving.
I can't even see any people. But Wayne Reekie did well by holding up the play for Bayswater there and getting it up to their half-forward line. My goodness, Philip, it's not quite reminiscent of last year when we beat that other mob that lives up the track from us.
Yeah, no, we appreciated that. We knew the effort was a very tough one. I don't think it's Coach Buscombe's fault. They've been telling them all week about that as another mistake by the coach himself. But look at this, Baysy come in, they blaze away. It's a bad kick, thank goodness, and probably gone out of
I can
bounds.
see a little bit of frustration coming into Dennis Bulleid's face there from up here.
Actually,
Dennis was a reasonably hard tackle there by Dennis. He missed. If he had it collected, I think the bloke's Rocky would have finished in Scarborough Beach Road.
Well, actually, he got a complaint or just had a few words to the umpire. The umpire came up and chipped him last time. He came up with a little bit of a defensive tackle about 4 or 5 minutes ago. Ball's kicked out. Dean Taylor comes. Oh well, it's Busky's. He's the ruckman. And Mark Carey is having a good. I can't take this. I've got to get a t-shirt underneath it.
Marshall, when? Hey? Start of the last quarter of the 1982 Grand Final in B Division for amateurs, and it looks very bleak for Scarborough. 1916 to 8-7, Bayswater in front. The umpire says, give it to me, and he'll put the leather to the terra firma, which he does.
Leather to terra firma, I like that one.
Thanks, Philip.
Philip Halliday did well to shark that ball. He's got a lot of follow it up, get tackled. Ball's come out again. Everything's play on at the moment. There's a lot of Scarborough guys around, and hopefully Busky at this stage has got them going. So they put up a lot better showing than we have done in the first 3 quarters of this game.
Jeez, he's giving it round the neck.
Oh,
play
that's unfortunate. On. Yeah, big guy eating again. He's on his own. He's that good. Hey, you said he was slow. He's taken 3 bounces. Taken 3 bounces. Handball straight over the top of Tony Dwyer, and Mitchell's turned around and had a quite an easy shot, but minor.
If you were 12 goals in front, Johnny, you'd be running twice as quick as what you're capable of.
I've never been 12 goals in front, I don't think, Philip.
And you can't run twice as quick.
Big kick out by Gary Woodlands. He drops his head, but he's playing doing a sterling effort down there. Ball off hands. Brian Marchant's got the front position. He's been well shepherded there by Mark Carey. Dennis Bulleid. Poor hand pass. Yeah, Dennis Bulleid does well to trap it. Push it forward. Bayswater come under control. Mark Carey chips in there. Does well. He's played quite well. He's tried his heart out. Kept the ball in play for I don't know who had to go. That Tony Thomas. And that was terrible.
There's a silly chance here. No,
that was terrible. That was good gutsy effort by Steve Foster. Then the hold-up play, threw himself on the ball and did extremely well. The
umpire says, give it to me.
Give it to me, and once again, no, what happens? The leather hits the terra firma. Okay, up it goes, and there goes Brian Marchant. It's been held, actually. It's knocked on well. Bayswater have got the run of the ball. The hand pass comes through, and blind turn, and there we go.
It's 2-1 again. Look at this. There's another spare man out here. Bruce Burns back in the back line, I've noticed, for Scarborough. He's put Hotley pressure on here. It's a handball, it's a throw.
Absolute throw by Oldfield, yeah, well picked out. Noel Oldfield was hotly pressed by Bruce Burns then, and definitely threw the ball.
Tried very hard, Bruce, again, as he does every week.
And every year, Philip.
Correct, a very, very good, reliable player. Played over 150 games for the Scarborough club, and he has possession of the ball now in the right full-back position. He drives it up to the half-back line in the Brian Marchant vicinity. He's spoiled from behind. Goes to the deck. Tony Thomas is there. Mark Carey is there. He takes it over the line, and the boundary umpire says, I'll have it, and throw the ball back in on about the left half forward line for the Bayswater side. 40 to 45 yards out. Up goes the ball. March is there again doing business. He gets the knockdown this time to Taylor, I think it is. He left foot kick in the vicinity of Bulleid. Who's that? Tony Dwyer comes through with a bit of pace. He handballs to Buscombe. Buscombe handballs to Hendrich. Why weren't they doing this?
Back onto his left foot again.
Over onto Mick Sinkers. He gets the bounce of the ball. No, he doesn't. He hasn't got it yet. Rod Rayner's there. He's got it onto his left foot. He'll put it high and long into the forward line. Steve Foster, John Patterson from behind. He knocks it away. Bayswater, though, through the services of Coach Wayne Reekie, clear it very easily out of the forward line again.
Spare men in the centre, Philip. Look at this.
Take the pressure off them. Two players overrun the ball there. Bayswater are first to retrieve. He taps it over to a teammate. Scarborough come out. Ando's got the ball. He'll go onto his left foot. It's a low daisy cutter to Phil Halliday.
Well controlled.
Picks it up cleverly to Mick Sinkus. He just sits back into a long raking kick into the forward line. John Patterson comes past. Not a big leaper, but this time has gone above his marksman and taken a very timely mark. Only about 30 yards out. Not far from directly in front, and certainly should score.
Would he bring himself in contention for the Rod Brooker National Mutual Mark of the Day, Philip?
Must be one of the chances, Rod.
Well, the kick won't get him in contention for the LJ Wern, will it?
That's a certainty. From point blank range, I'll give him a little bit. It was from 20 metres out. But it can't be too hard because Pato has been one of our better players today. And there's very few of those.
Oh, here's a... no.
Son might have got in Ando's.
There's still 3 or 4 of us to 1 there.
Busky, one of the oldest men on the field, is getting tremendous amount of kicks and doing well.
I think it'll be getting towards the end of Neil Buscombe's playing career with only about 20 more minutes to go, I would suggest. I doubt if he'll be pulling on the boots again next season. Boundary umpire throws it in. The Bayswater players are there, and once again, too easy. They clear it out of their back line. Onto the Quadrio player who's played very well all day. Bully's playing on the wing by the looks. They've tried a lot of changes to bring a change in this game. But Burns is there, he interfered with, knocks it onto Halliday. Halliday traps the ball onto his right foot, back onto his left, and drives it out into the Steve Foster area. The ball eludes him onto Coach Reekie. Reekie's after the ball, still got possession.
I have 2 bob on Reekie.
No,
the ball beats him out of bounds.
No, I wouldn't have 2 bob on Reekie because Foster's very quick. Very quick, Noel.
Yeah, well, Reekie's about as old as you, Rat, so, but he had a bit of experience. Well, he's still playing, are you?
No. Come on, we won't even go in that sort of conversation, will we? The ball's been forced out of bounds again. Hopefully the Scarborough side can make that scoreboard a little bit more attractive towards the end of this game. Busky's in there again, tapped it down. Brian Marsh has got the run of the ball. Good hand pass.
Bully will nearly kick this.
And Dennis Bully's got control of the ball. Beautiful pass. Yeah, he's got to be, along with Dave, this has got to be one of the best kicks down at the...
Can Rocket kick this, John?
Bit far out for Rod. A bit far out for Rodney.
Well, we've got Dave Lister down there. He might be able to take the mark for us. Such a chip shot. That's looking very good. Dave Lister's up. It's been knocked out of hands. Graham Penny was there waiting for the crumbs like a little rover does.
It's pretty hard to mark with one hand, but I shouldn't criticise David. He's been probably Scarborough's best player, as I said earlier.
Very close, in my opinion, to be Scarborough's best player. Busky in there in the ruck, fighting for the ball, jumping on guy's leg. Out it's come to Phil Halliday. It's behind his man, but he's fought well. Graham Penny will shepherd him.
He kicked a goal from here earlier, Rats.
Oh, he's driven it long again into the forward line. Scarborough's there. Oh, he dropped a mark and recovered, but...
extreme good play.
I'm not sure who that was.
David Lister again.
Yeah, it was a valiant effort. He nearly held the mark, recovered quickly, played on, but unfortunately another minor score to Scarborough. They need a lot more than points to recover the situation here, of course. The Bayswater blokes deep down know they've got the game won. They're taking it easy, they're relaxing. They don't have to do a lot at all, and unfortunately the Scarborough blokes can't do much to change that. As the kick from the full-back line goes out to near centre position, Rayner handballs quickly over to Arnold. He misses the first possession of the ball. Handballs to Brian Marchant. He has a hurried kick into the forward line to no one in particular. It bounces. The Bayswater attack come out. Graham Penny meets the opposition very
well
solidly.
done, Graham Penny.
Back to Arnold. He's caught, tries to handball but gets taken off the ball. Penny's doing the same. Basie come out with it now through Gary Ballard. It is by the looks, comes on the ground. And a quick kick to the centre man.
Very disappointing for Graham Penny there, Philip. He fought so hard. McGinney for Bayswater's got control of the ball, kicks deep into the full forward line. Ball comes off pack. Bayswater got control of it with the brother, McGinnity again. A hand pass will go across here. Another hand pass to Hughes. He just come on, I think. Sinclair, he played well in the first pass. A little chip shot out to McGinnity again. Takes a magnificent mark. Here's a class player, there's no doubt about it, as we said before. He's deep in that pocket, not on his right foot for a...
He can't kick this, John.
Well, Noel, not being a punter, I won't put any money on it, but there is some sort of chance. Everything else has gone well for Bayswater at the moment. Philip, what do you think?
Yes, a lot of experience there. Straightens up, has a look, and just offline, of course, but... not even a score really matters to Bayswater, just possession of the ball. make sure that they will be the 1982 B-League premiers. And
well, Tommy Morris is down in the toilets at the moment crying, so we can't get him out to make a few comments, but Noel will get him in a moment.
The toilets are chock-a-block with Scarborough supporters, John, I tell you.
Yeah, but they're not all crying, Philip.
Most of them
As the ball's kicked out well. Once again contested.
Sorry, John.
Go, mate.
I've just had a look at the score, but they've had, or Bayswater have had 20 more scoring shots than Scarborough, and they've had the majority of the play, as you can see from the scoring shot.
Oh,
he's going to give this
poor decision, Tony Dwyer. You fought well for your position there, Tony Dwyer. Unfortunate. It's that Divine umpire again, too, Philip. That's the only one.
Giving us a hard time.
Tilly Divine.
Sorry that we're not saying too much in the commentary at the present time, but like you people are...
we're not destined to get to A grade, that's for sure.
Apparently not. We were last year, but still, that's spilt milk. Let's just hope the guys keep fighting on. At the present time, I think they're trying to do it.
Good kick, that.
Good kick by Gary.
Lovely kick.
Some hope here.
Fozzie, he's one of the fastest men on the ground. He's he's trying to push the ball along in front of him. Bad luck. That's been the way for Scarborough today.
Gee, look at this bloke on his own.
Unfortunate as the other McGinty. Yeah, he is a class player.
They're just having pot luck now at those shots, so I don't really care whether their goals will be behind.
The pot look came out, Philip. They don't even look. They just have pot luck and to go through. Gary Woodlands once again, he's played a sterling game too. Another long kick out. He must be getting tired now. But he does a lot of exercise at the SEC, I suppose, so it keeps him fit during the game.
Certainly does.
Gary had a spell on the bench there at one stage, didn't he, in the second quarter?
He come off the ground when Neil Buscombe went on. I guess they thought they had too many ruckmen on the ground.
As I said, Noel, and you'd know most of the SEC guys have to have a rest every now and then.
Oh, yeah.
As I say, Rod Rain has done well to pick up the ball, well recovered. He's got the... he's played on.
Shouldn't say that, John. They have a rest between Mondays and Fridays.
And it's gone up to Johnny Antiges, who's palmed the ball away. Graham Penny's picked it up, given it to Fozzie. Fozzie's given it over Dennis Bully. Top effort. Oh, bad luck.
It was negative play.
Bad. Oh, the sun was in Bull's eyes, but he's done well. He's redeemed himself in a beautiful little chip shot over his old mate, Russell Arnold. He's got the run of the ball, hotly pursued by Bayswater guys. Someone's got his jumper. No, he's got away with it, and he's kicked it up. Unfortunately, there's no one in front for Scarborough once again. Well fought by Dennis Bullied and Russell.
This is out of bounds on the full. Gee, that was a poor kick. I wish they'd have done that in the first quarter.
That was the pressure that the Scarborough guys put on him, I think, Noel.
They put some on the first quarter too, John, but there was no result in it.
We don't say things like that. No one will watch this, no?
Oh, look at that. They're doing it so easily. You know, there's no doubting Bayswater's ability. They finished on top of the ladder in the B grade this year, and
a lot different than the second semi, Philip?
Yes, they played fairly well in the second semi. They come back very hard, but one of those things, they obviously set themselves the task of beating Scarborough.
Oh, it's...
talk.
No, it's
okay, Mark Kerry was fighting there and doing his level best, as Tony Dwyer, and it's just such a disappointment from sitting up here at the moment to see the Scarborough guys still on their knees, well behind the play, and it's very hard for us to find something to say.
Well, it's 12 minutes into the last quarter, and I'll try and do something for a couple of minutes to liven this game.
Tommy Morris is out of the toilet now, so he might be able to join us in a moment and have a few words to say.
Ball thrown in the right half forward, or the right full forward pocket for Bayswater.
Fair enough.
He's given a throw at the umpire Divine, Tilly Divine's son.
Yeah, I was just talking about Divine, Noel, and back in here we need something more than Divine to help us.
Oh, yeah. We're all Catholics and we can't get over the line. Tommy, you haven't been twice last week for us.
I think we needed more than that, the way they're playing anyway. As I say, that McGinnity's passed it over towards the one of their better players up there in Bayswater, and they've got that many of them, we can't pick them out, I suppose, Noel.
No,
anyway, Brian Marchant, he's played a very serviceable game actually, Brian. He's fought against the odds, but as we said again, Bayswater come out through the ascendancy of their one of their better players on the ground in Oldfield.
Don't get distracted by just walk past, Tommy. The biggest Bristol cities you've ever seen. Tommy's just lost contact, do you?
Hey, Tommy's seen bigger than that.
Yeah.
I've got the celebration speech, boys. I've just ripped that up. I think we'll have to have a new speech for the night at the social rooms.
Good mark, then, Neil. Neil Buscombe.
Anyway, they're playing a little bit better. They haven't chucked the towel in, but they obviously realise it's a lost cause. It's terrible
It's
situation.
unbelievable, the situation about players playing behind their man, Philip. Is that right? You know, you can't believe that you can be so far behind the
Tommy,
man.
it's been on all day, and it's not perhaps so much that the Scarborough side's played so poorly, but Bayswater just haven't let them get in the game. Every time they look like getting a break, they've fought back and got goals themselves. And as I say, it's just a terrible day all the way around.
2 against 1 again, Philip. You notice
that's
that?
been the
been the pattern of the day, hasn't it?
Correct. Where Scarborough during the season used to hunt in packs of 3s and 4s, and always someone there to back up. Well, those players aren't there.
There's Brooker's brother.
Played
Good play.
fairly well, Cameron. Yeah, fairly well. On to young Hughes, is it? Is he back in the ground, number 1? And well, he's going to take all the time in the world and just pop this onto his boot, and more than likely put it through for another score for Bayswater.
Just talking about Philip probably gives us an opportunity to reflect mainly on 1982 season, possibly. You know, there's not obviously from Scarborough's point of view as that goes through for another goal.
Yep.
I think it puts them into the 20 mark, the Bayswater mob, and they're obviously about 13 goals in front, and we can't talk a lot the game.
The season
What about the
itself,
1982? You know, was it? You know, we've got this far in the grand final, and you can't take that away from the players
Certainly
and the coach. I know it's disappointing to get beat as embarrassingly as it is today, and the Colts as well, but possibly a quick comment as president on the 1982 and possibly 1983.
Well, we've had an excellent year. We finished with all sides in the 4, as we all know, for the second time in a row. We were very proud of the boys on that fact. We were very proud that 3 sides made the grand final, but as said in our pre-match warm-ups and speech, that no one's going to remember Scarborough playing in the grand final. They only remember that Bayswater won the thing, and very important grand final games. It's just unfortunate that we couldn't carry it forward. As said before, we're not destined to get into A grade at this particular stage of the game. We look like another season in B grade, well, it's there. The club's going well. They enjoy their football while they're winning, and well, next year's another season. We'll see what happens.
As we say that, the ball's on the centre wing, Noel, and it's going to be bounced up, but we've just had an offer of $250 from Bayswater to buy the tape, Philip. They're very interested in wanting to
Well, that's the
watch this.
best thing I've heard all day, Tommy.
I don't know how many of our players in the Colts and B-side would want to watch the replay, but anyway, we're subject to offers, and at the moment the bid's $250. But anyway, as we say that, Rod Brooker's brother-in-law, he sneaks through it with a good kick, and he's probably nearly best on the ground, actually, I suppose.
I thought he played a very ordinary second quarter, Tom.
But anyway, Bruce Burns, he's back on the back line. There's been more changes in the chessboard today by Scarborough, but I won't take that away from the coaches and the players
Good
on the
play
side.
again.
Like Rod Brooker and Albie Curtis, they've tried everything to do with moves to lift Scarborough. It just hasn't worked, and things are going bad. They're going bad. And they should
There's
see
Eaton.
that.
He's got a string on it, I think.
But
Too clever. Look at it, how easy it is. Look at this.
Either one talks. Anyway, you're as the ball's down towards their half-forward line for Bayswater. Around, it looks so easy, I suppose, but they're doing it that way, and he's on the half-forward line, lining up for another goal. Well, I suppose we'll have to wait on it. Gary Woodlands is down there fighting very tigerishly. He's taken the mark.
Played quite serviceable, Tom.
He has played it, and I couldn't believe that move. I don't know whether he was injured, but he'd come off in the second quarter, and he was playing very well. But anyway, Hughes for Bayswater. Again, he's got the opportunity. Loose men everywhere. Scarborough trying to come out of this, and they have this chance with the opportunity of Busky, and then their opportunity again. Bayswater again, right up towards their full forward line. We'll wait on this one, right over the back. You wouldn't believe it. Straight to Harrison. He lines it up, puts us through for their 21st goal. And we're at the 17-minute mark of the grand final of 1982. The Duggan Barry, brought to you by Duggan Barry's, of course. And as we said, we'd like to thank Duggan Barry for their efforts in sponsoring this recording. I suppose all their supporters in Bayswater might be buying some electrical appliances and some furniture soon.
They've got a store in Inglewood, Tom. Yeah, in Inglewood, so they might be popping along to Beaufort Street there and getting some of those special discounts that Doug and Barry offer during the year.
And their Scarborough number is 445 2255. And if you ask for Doug Parmatea, I'm sure if you tell him you're from the Scarborough Football Club or the Bayswater Football Club, you'll get tremendous discounts there.
Talking about doubles, I think that's what they've done to our score, Bayswater, unfortunately. But as we say that, it's up towards Scarborough's forward zone, and a good mark by Russell. He goes around one or two players. He's got the opportunity, sees a short lead further afield. That's taken by Dave Lister. The umpire says play on. Bayswater's defence is good again. out of there again, and then there's opportunity for Bayswater again, as they've done so often today. Over towards Hughes, a damaging play. Hughes, as he's got the opportunity, sees the lead in towards the centre of the ground. Scarborough got an opportunity here. The short leads in towards the centre half forward, possibly, and Dean Taylor, been a very quiet player today, Dean, but he gets a handball over to Busky, up towards the full forward area. Umpires giving a free kick. Graham Penny's got the opportunity from about 45, 50 yards out to kick Scarborough's ninth goal.
Will it be a drop kick, Tom?
Well, talking about drop kicks, talking about drop kicks, Graham Penny's one of the better ones, and Phil Halliday obviously got the goal of the day with a drop kick. Anyway, as we said, things aren't going right. It's gone through for a point, as we say that what was that, McGinnity's brought himself off, have a bit of a rest, and first in the shower, obviously, to the celebrations of Bayswater, Philip.
A few of the Scarborough players should pull themselves off too.
Pardon me, Philip.
Keep going, you've got to do it properly.
Well, Bayswater have got the ball on the left half-back flank for the Bayswater side. Drives it into attack. And there's Masood, I can't even pronounce his name. Khamid.
Egyptian.
No, it's Khamid Masood. I've picked that right. A good tackle over there by Dave Lister, I think it is again. Brian Marchant was under a heap of trouble then. He's got cramp, he's gone down. Rusty Arnold's in there. There's 2 against 1. Rusty's got it. Paddo's chasing. Ball's come down to the left half forward flank. Tap over there. It's picked up by Steve Foster.
Steve Foster is doing a very serviceable job actually in the second half. And he's kicked the ball over towards another Scarborough player through Dean Taylor.
Kicking in danger.
It's got to be kicking in danger. The umpire disagrees with us. Up over towards another Mitchell, who's been, as I said, another good player for Bayswater. He kicks long towards the forward line.
Gary Woodland,
Gary Woodland's again in the second half and has been a good player for Scarborough.
I noticed our co-commentators over there, Tommy, Gary Carbolt and Frank Sparrow, are making a fair bit of noise. They're also commentating this game.
Yeah, as I said, this is going direct into the Northwest Territory, Philip. We couldn't get it to the metropolitan area, but north of Darwin and south of Esperance, this has been a direct telecast all day. And we thank Doug and Barry.
All our friends in the Cocos Islands will be watching then.
Yes, it's been, and Wim Creek, they've all sent their support. But as we say that, Scarborough have got the opportunity to go forward again, and we only hope that they can add to their goal scoring tally as it is. But again, the forwards are in trouble. Here's an opportunity for Ando. Hooks onto the left foot. Down towards the half-forward line. Good mark. Brilliant mark, actually. Long kick towards the full forward line. We'll wait on this one. Here's an opportunity for Scarborough.
Hey, what's happened?
He's given it holding the man. Well, Jack the blind miner could have seen that Dave Lister had his hands by his side. And he wants to play on. Turn it up.
Yeah, looked a very doubtful decision, Noel, but as we said, Bayswater again, and there's one of the Scarborough's attacks been held up again. Here's a kick over towards McGinnity again. They've got that many of them. Short pass on again. Sees here Hughes again with a long kick up towards the half-forward line. Scarborough haven't given up the ghost. They're still up there trying. Tony Dwyer's there with a good play over towards Rod Rayner. Rod Rayner's got the opportunity. A good hand pass over towards Tony Thomas. Back to Rod Rayner. He sees a short pass further afield. And here it is Dave Lister. Dave Lister off the side of the boot. There's only one player out that side of the ground, and it's got to unfortunately be a Bayswater player.
It's the worst kick Dave has kicked all year.
Yes, well he's and here's Bayswater again going up, getting out of. I must admit, Philip, the players slowed down dramatically, hasn't it?
Oh, wouldn't you, Tom? If you're in the same boat, it's very, very hard to get involved with the game. The players know that. No one will be more disappointed than them as the Bayswater get another free kick now at the 22-minute mark of the last quarter. With not much time left of this 1982 grand final, the Bayswater man plays on quickly. Another handball out to centre wing position. Quadrio, who figured prominently early in the game, gets hold of the ball. He fires it back in towards the centre of the ground where... good mark. I think that was Ellis, was it?
Ellis.
Yeah. Looks like he might have hurt his ankle there, but not to worry. He's got a short pass onto a fellow teammate who also takes a good mark just inside the centre square position. He plays. Look at the loose men. They're all over the place. Onto the big fella, Eaton. He doesn't know whether to have a smoke or play on. Drives the ball very quickly into the forward line. There's Bit of scrambly plays, cleared out. Kerry's our only hope. Carmen gets the ball. He's onto his left foot, plays on. The umpire call play on there.
Look at this, Mark Kerry. Look at this.
And then there's a ball.
Kerry will get into him.
And out of
Gary Woodland's
play.
unfortunate. That went out of bounds on the full, but it was a very determined passage of play there.
Certainly was.
Mark Kerry's getting very aggressive down there, Philip, and I know
Yes, you can
at this
see
stage
there
it's no good being doing anything silly, I think. You've got to think of the 1983 season. A bit of a scuffle there amongst the players, as you can see on your monitor. And so he's only attacking the ball and doing the right thing, but we don't want to do anything silly at this late stage. As we say that, we've got Bayswater lining up for a shot for goal.
What was that for?
Out in the full, the kick was full.
And there it is. Good mark by a Bayswater player on the other side of the ground. I think it's Hughes again who's played so well. Runs around onto his right foot, lines up, the umpire waits on it. Full points again for Bayswater. And probably, unfortunately, Philip, another nail in the coffin for Scarborough.
Their 22nd goal, 22-21, plays 8 goals, 10.
It's very disappointing on the Scarborough's behalf. Things didn't look good at quarter time. They didn't look good again at half time. I think
Look worse at three-quarter time, though.
Yeah, but Tom, I think the disappointing part about it is that they haven't shown the character of most Scarborough sides in years that we've been used to. As Philip just said, that we haven't fought back, and it's been very, very disappointing in that department.
So the ball goes forward for Scarborough once again, but again, as we said, it's like I suppose a record with Bayswater's defence being that solid again. Out on that half-back line, sees it lead further afield. Scarborough have got the opportunity here. Here comes Ando onto his left foot, sees the short lead over towards Graham Pennedy. He overruns the ball. Bayswater again. They've got the chance for an opportunity. Graham Pennedy back into play. Good play, Graham Pennedy. Sees the short pass. And well done by Scarborough. This opportunity, Dave Lister. Dave Lister with a short pass. And Rod Rayner has taken the mark. He's only about 25 yards out of the ground. And as we say that, there's a fight in the centre of the oval. But we're not probably interested in the fights, but Rod Rayner's got a chance to kick into the goal. He's only
We might be able to pick that up on TV.
25 yards out.
No, in the meantime,
25 yards out. He should be able to kick this goal. And this will...
play continues. Rod Rayner's...
It wasn't a fight, someone slipped over, that's all.
It wasn't a fight in the centre of the oval, apparently.
Rod Rayner should kick this. He's nearly bent the goalpost backwards here to that hard. Anyway, doesn't matter, Rod. They can't be helped as Bayswater come in for the kick out from that point. Nice big left foot kick out on the half back line. Oh, and an easy mark there to Big Les Eaton again. He's played fairly well. He's a casual kick onto his left foot to Hughes. Hughes, listening to the supporters, Tommy, the Bayswater victory is not a very popular one amongst the supporters here.
Yeah, but as I say, we don't want to take any notice of that. It's not a real good thing by Scarborough supporters. We've got to accept
actually
defeat.
boys from CBC, as a matter of fact.
Are they?
Yeah, nothing but the Scarborough boys.
All right, anyway, as we say that, the ball's down to the half-forward line for Bayswater. Short pass on again to that damaging player in Comid, and he's taken the mark about 50 yards out from goal. He's got the opportunity. As we said, he's played so well today, this guy. And in the second semi, we didn't notice him that much. But as we say that, big kick by Comid. We put the mocker on him. This is 1 point only.
I think 22-22, they're balancing up there, Ledger.
22-22 to Scarborough. Unfortunately, 8-11 doesn't look real special from Scarborough's point of view. And Gary Woodlands, who's played very well since half-time, since he's played at full-back. A long kick up to there. Phil Halliday, one of the veterans of Scarborough, onto that left foot with that traditional drop kick. A brilliant kick up to good Graham Penny. Graham Penny's taken the kick mark on the half-forward flank. He decides to also with a drop kick up towards full forward. Ball's over their heads. Bayswater's defence is so solid today, it's unbelievable as they come out of defence again with a hand pass on again to Kingston. Kingston up towards their centre of the ground as he sees his teammate in Ellis. Ellis got possession of the ball. Long with his left foot up towards the half-forward flank. Push forward, the umpire's seen an infringement, goes Bayswater's way. Possibly not what we'd agree with, Noel.
Oh, no, I think that was a bit hard, really. You know, they're both blokes were challenging for the ball. And had another short pass, and he's...
As we say this, Tommy's gone back to the toilet to cry again. The Bayswater chap looks like he steered it up into the goal mouth, and Eaton grabbed hold of it. He's whacked it through. He's older than N.Miller and he's kicked a couple of goals, but unfortunate for Scarborough. The ball came off hands, and Mark Kerry and Tony Thomas, a few of those guys were fighting for that, but unfortunately that's the way it worked out.
I thought Les Eaton's probably nearly been their best player. What do you think, John?
No, I don't actually, Noel. I don't think you could go past. Yeah, sorry, we disagree. I don't think you can go past either McGinty or Brooker's cousin in the early stages of the game, and now he's doing pretty well with the fisticuffs and also the game.
Yeah, I thought that Brooker's cousin there had a very ordinary, what did I say?
Well, there he is, bursting out of the pack with a beautiful pass to Bruce Stool off Scarborough in Burnsy. He's done well over the years. Steadying it down. Kick up to the wing, and he's got Dean Taylor. He's waiting for the ball. Dennis Bully decides to chip in. He'll take it. So they both run together. A hand pass over to Dean Taylor. He's going to go for a long kick, and it is a nice kick too. But it's just offline. Bad luck. Good effort. And he congratulates Dennis Bully for that, so it is a good effort. And a few of the Scarborough guys are still running around and picking up men, and I think that augurs well for the future. And that's, I think, we've got to look at. We can't look at today.
No, it's on again next year, John, as you say. We'll go back to our social rooms tonight. We'll have a good night. Don't worry about that. There'll be a lot of disappointed people from today's effort, but let's face it, we've had a great season, the Scarborough Club.
Good players.
An excellent season. What we can do is just endeavour to do as well next year.
Very true. In that, there was just well, there we go. There goes the siren for the 1982 grand final for B grade. The scoreboard, which we won't go up to at the present time, but it reads 23-22 Bayswater, Scarborough, very dismal, 8-12, 60. Commiserations to Coach Neil Buscombe, and congratulations to Bayswater, which is the natural. They did it well, and I will go on record as saying that our players, along with Brooker and Curtis and so forth, they did extremely well in trying to lift the side with different moves. It's just been one of those games. I hope we can go back to the rooms and find out that the Super K's had a win, because
the dejected players coming off there, Holiday, Penny, who else is there? Johnny Patterson, the Ian Penny's there just to wish them a bit of luck as they come off the ground, but no one feels worse than them. They don't have to be told what happened today. They'll be a very, very quiet change room in a few minutes in Scarborough, but not to worry.
And here we show the Russell Arnold, one of the elder players coming off the ground too. Might be Russell's last year. There's Bruce Burns. He's been a veteran of the side. And there's the disappointed coach, and he is disappointed. He's had a tremendous 3 or 4 years at Scarborough, and he's done very, very well. It's good to see Gordon Roger, the coach of the Colts out there, giving the guys some sort of congratulations, along with Mel Barnes saying g'day to Steve Foster. And here we've got Johnny Antigich coming off with Rod Brooker and Gordon Rogers. Hard to tell about the tummies there. Russell Colcott, who's suffering from a knee injury, and there's the slim Penny. But it's good to see those guys with the club, even though the club lost, out there saying commiserations and so forth to the other side. And now it's back up here to the commentary box, and Tommy Morris, as I say, just come up with a can out of the toilet, and he'd like to thank
Marshall Taylor especially for the camera work. Marshall, unbelievable effort. Dean's brother obviously, but Marshall's done the whole camera work for the Colts, and I think everyone up here would like to thank Marshall for his efforts today in doing the camera work. Unfortunately, the results weren't up to our expectations. To Marshall Taylor, thanks very much. To Duggan Berry, thanks very much. And to everyone else, good afternoon. That's all I can say.
Look at the Bayswater mob. Wish we were in there, folks. Look at the champagne, the whole lot down there.
Philip McGann, N.Miller and John Ratt sign off at Lathlain. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Look at these. Whose is this? Philip? Yours?